Hello, and welcome to All the Trek from Educating Geeks, the show where I watch every episode of Star Trek until I find out that I have yet another evil twin. Is this the fourth one now? Fifth? Who's counting? I'm your host, Bree, and today I'll be reviewing episodes 32 and 33 of Star Trek, the original series. Episode 32, The Changeling. Long story short, in this episode, Wally loses it and starts killing people. A super old space probe gets its directive kind of mixed up with another probe's, and that makes it believe that any imperfect being has to die. This results in a lot of people being randomly murdered or given amnesia for some reason. The crew convinces the probe that it's not perfect, and it self-destructs. The coolest part of this episode was when Uhura gets reset/amnesia'd. When she comes to, she starts speaking Swahili. Now, Nichelle Nichols thought that if Uhura was going to get amnesia, she would speak her native tongue. However, the director disagreed with her, so she went to Roddenberry, and he said, heck yeah, she'd speak Swahili. Also, the way the probe refers to Kirk as creator reminds me of Nectar from Adventure Time.
Wow, Cow Chow!
Greetings, creator.
Oh, whoa!
You are the creator.
It's cute. In case you couldn't tell, this was a boring episode. I had to talk about backstory from production and do robot impersonations to make it entertaining. It gets 1 out of 5 stars. Like, nothing happened. Episode 33, Mirror Mirror. In this episode, we get yet more evil twins. The crew is beaming up from negotiations on the planet when a lightning storm hits, and they are transported to a mirror universe, where everyone's like 3 times as evil and wears half as much. I would also like to point out that the women in the evil universe get to wear over-the-knee boots, and I would totally sign up for that crew, as long as mine aren't patent leather, because that gets a little, like, dominatrix-y. So, this episode gets a little bit complicated. Basically, everybody backstabs each other in the mirror universe, and the good guys are trying their best to act like the bad guys without actually doing anything bad. Everybody in the mirror universe wants to become evil captain, and Uhura just gets sexually harassed non-stop. There's a standoff at the end of the episode, and the crew finagles their way back onto the real Enterprise, solving nobody's problem but their own, and leaving the mirror universe to eventually implode. They talk to evil goatee Spock about changing his ways, and he's like, I'll think about it. This episode is really more complicated than that. It's fun to watch the displaced characters try to survive and do the right thing. We get to see Captain Kirk compromise on a lot of his morals in order to keep his crew alive, and we get to see Uhura come out of her shell to defend herself physically and verbally. Overall, it was a pretty interesting character study. 4 out of 5 stars. Thanks for watching All the Trek. Don't forget that you can check out what Alice and Megan thought about this episode by clicking the link below. You can also go to the Educating Geeks website for more content. We're on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Google+. Join me next week for another Trek Tuesday. Live long and prosper.